Wanna be free of this heart, yeah. Wanna feel your arms around me. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Let's forget about tomorrow, yeah. Should I hide away forever?
Hi, how you doing? This is Don from Don's Table. How's it going? So right now we're on our way to Chiang Mai University. You see, we've been contacted to cater for a group of students who are doing their exam right now at the university. And they've asked us to do 70 corn dogs during their exam break, which is we have a window of 15 minutes to get these 70 corn dogs out. But just before we head there, a little bit of a background story. You see, we've been doing the Korean Corndog here in Chiang Mai for about a year and a half now. And when we started, we wanted a business model that's kind of fast casual. So we were doing our homework and trying to see what is in trend food-wise, because my wife, she's really into food. I'm a little bit of a chef myself. So we've did our homework, and around October is when the eureka moment really kicks in for us. That was when I realized there's Korean Corndog out there, but it hasn't really caught on in Thailand yet. So we got our basically we got into gear and tried to sort out how to make it feasible here in Chiang Mai. So we went and ordered a booth, a metal booth, like a kiosk, so that we can put it in a high traffic area somewhere. We found a perfect location for our first branch, that is in Gat Pharang, down by Hang Dong, where a lot of expat community hangs out. So that's our first branch that we sold Krob, the name of our shop, which is Krob Station. Krob is a Thai word for crunch, and station, obviously station. So crunch station, because Korean Corndog is known for its crunch. And we got various types of crunch-delicious topping to go with our, the Korean Corndog. So my wife and I, we hang out at Hang Dong, Gat Pharang for quite a while actually, just to set up the system. And then we have a girl that come in to help run the store while we look to expand the business around in Chiang Mai. We opened our second branch down in Suan Dog. That was the first standalone branch in Suan Dog. We just wanted to see how that goes, if we have like a standalone shop. But sadly, with the situation and how things are going, the traffic wasn't as busy as we would have liked. We were really relying purely on delivery, which charges quite a bit for the commission side of things. So recently we had to close down the Suan Dog branch that was out in town, like directly in the old city, just before you get to the old city. So we had to close that one down like a couple of weeks ago. And about 6 months ago, we opened one at Central Festival, which is the #1 mall, the biggest mall here in Chiang Mai. And this branch is our best seller at the moment. So yes, really happy with Central Festival. Occasionally we do pop-up events as well, because we have the girls looking after our shop, which gives us time to really kind of expand our brand a little bit. So we went to Airport Plaza, the second oldest mall in Chiang Mai, to open a pop-up booth there. Before we did a permanent branch here in Central Festival, we also have a pop-up booth. The process is completely unique in terms of we have to go through the loading docks, and you just see the different side of the mall that you normally wouldn't see during the day. It's incredible. But hopefully one day, if we get a chance to do another pop-up booth in the mall, we'll go together and I'll show you what it's like actually setting up and then packing up at the end of the event as well. So right now I'm just really running errands while my wife is at the Central Festival branch, because we're still missing quite a lot of things for the pop-up booth at the Chiang Mai University.
That it's over, yeah. You never break, you never lie, you never never scared of the dark. So why am I the one who cries? I'm so afraid to be left behind. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop. Can't stop. Yeah. You never lose an argument. So I've been trying hard to pretend that I'm okay. It's just a phase, and everything is going just great. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop. Can't stop. Yeah. I always knew that this would happen. Yeah. You would find a new distraction. I need you more. Need you.
And just in case we get a bit hungry, they've given us 2 gas stoves. Not exactly going to use that, but it's going to be very busy right now with the setup, so I'll try to document what I can, and we're going to get straight into it.
Let's forget about tomorrow. Yeah. Should I hide away forever? Should I close my eyes and never again?
It is about 1:15, I think. I don't have my phone on me. 1:17. So they're going to be through that door at about 2. And that's when we have the window of 15 minutes to get 60, 70 corndogs out straight out of them. We've got a bunch of sauces lined up. Here we've got mayonnaise, ketchup, chilies, and a bit of orangey cheese sauce. Normally we have mustard as well, like my wife was just saying, but we didn't bring it today. So just a 4 out of 5. And it's pretty cool actually. It's not exactly on my bucket list to be in a suite like this in a cafeteria, but it's pretty cool. Once you're in, it's kind of nice and snug. Yeah, so we've got a bunch of these boxes to put the corn dogs in so they can just eat and then chuck them out. Now normally I'm the one that cooks at home, but my wife, she's got more experience with dough and bread, so I'm letting her take the reign, and she's going to start frying anytime soon now. We're going to fry pretty much 60, and then we have the oven right in the back there. So we're going to put all 60 in that oven, and when they come, it should be manageable. Otherwise, it's going to be next to impossible trying to cook 60, 70 pounds of water in 15 minutes, which is the 2 of us and 1 fryer. Yeah, go for it. Right, we've got the extractor fan on. It's going to be extra loud now. Right, full food production about to happen. Wish us luck. Right, I think we've pretty much set up shop. And just while we're waiting, let me introduce you to the corn dog. Korean Corndog. So for our shop, we have the sausage fillings. We've got the full mozzarella filling right there. Mozzarella cheese from Australia. And then we've got the chicken sausage and cheese, half and half. So these are our 3 fillings that the customer can choose. And after they've been wrapped in our special house-made dough, they come out looking like this. That's what it looks like. The breadcrumb is the easiest to eat. It's crunchy, it's chewy. The dough is really nice, chewy, crunchy dough. And inside you get your favorite fillings of your choosing. Now this one is probably the most recognizable, the most famous corn dog out there. This is the one that really caught our eyes when we did our homework and wanted to open this Korean Corndog shop here in Chiang Mai. It's a potato on the outside. It's still the same dough, but dipped in potatoes and deep fried. This is the one to go for, our best seller. And yes, that's it. The best seller. That's the easiest to eat. The different levels of crunchy deliciousness, but yeah. Right, at first I wasn't sure because we're quite limited in terms of space. Every time we do a pop-up, it's always, limiting in terms of what we could bring and the amount that we have to carry. But my wife, she's amazing. She literally brought the whole topping, so that way I can show you what we have on offer. Show you. This is the other one I didn't get to show you just before. This is the Korean ramen corndog. Now this is for the hardcore fan who loves the kind of more really hard, dense crunchiness. So this is the other one.
That it's over, yeah. You never break, you never lie, you never ever scared of the dark. So why am I the one who cries? I'm so afraid to be left behind. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop, yeah. You never lose an argument, so I've been trying hard to pretend that I'm okay. It's just a phase, and everything is going just great. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop, yeah. I always knew that this would happen, yeah. You would find a new distraction. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Can we let go of tomorrow? Yeah. You never break, you never lie, you never ever scared of the dark. So why am I the one?
Okay, so yeah, pretty much the reason why there's quite a lot less students than expected was they had a massive lunch before they went into the exam, and a lot of them weren't hungry, so they stayed up in the room there. But very, very soon we're going to get more of the staff that organize the exam, so they're going to come down. We already have like a few that came down to get some corn dog. So yes, we're going to camp out here for 30 more minutes just to make sure that everyone gets their corn dog before we pack up and head home. At this point, I didn't check the main camera, which was on the other side of the counter, but it turns out that the battery was running out, and by the time we got to this stage, it was completely dead. So sorry about that. I'll do the rest in voiceover. You see, we were really hungry, and most of the restaurants in that area were closed. So the lady that organizes the event, luckily she had some leftover food from the lunch that she gave to the students and kindly offered that to us, which turns out to be a really nice surprise. It turns out to be a Japanese lunch. There were two dishes that they offered us. The first one was a noodle. I couldn't quite place what kind of noodle it was, but it was in a soy broth and then topped with fried chicken. And on the side, there was like a cabbage with sesame dressing. Now we topped the noodle with a slice of seaweed there. Funny enough, I can't remember having the salad because at that point we didn't have breakfast or lunch. So we were really hungry and got straight into it. And basically shared these two between myself and my wife. Now the second one, this one, is my all-time favorite Japanese food. It's chicken topped with a bit of scrambled eggs seasoned with soy sauce, a bit of fried chicken and seaweed on top. It was my all-time favorite dish. At this point everything was cold, but it didn't really matter. We were so hungry that we could eat anything at that point, so we're just really glad that there was food that we can eat straight away, and we got straight into it. Really grateful that they have some food. They gave us some food actually. That was fantastic, really kind of them. Now I didn't mention this at the beginning of the video, but this Northern Science Park is part of the Chiang Mai University,
about 15 minutes away from the main campus in an area called Mehia. The campus itself, we have a backdrop of the Dorsett Mountain in the background. Then they have the central lake. Now, a lot of the coffee shop rented out space on the campus. So it's pretty much self-sustained. The students and teachers can come in and grab a bite to eat, some coffee on campus. The architectural style is very interesting. It's reminding me quite a bit from movies from the 1990s, like futuristic movies. Gattaca comes to mind when I'm thinking about buildings from this campus. But yes, it was a fantastic opportunity to come down, not just to cater for the students, but to show you as well from our perspective what we get up to in Chiang Mai, and also just to show you what it's like to set up shop and to really show you the behind the scene as we go to different events in the future. And I can't wait to share that story with you. If you like this content, please click subscribe to Don's Table and make sure you click the notification icon for future updates from this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.
Yeah, yeah.